You can't talk to yourself on mute, mate.
Shut up. This is Lance and Roar, the voice of the fans. This is the League of Ireland After Hours. David Dunn here, joined by Conor McAvoy. And what a night it has been in the League of Ireland tonight. Off you go, music. Bye. There we go. Bose beating the champions 3-2 in cruise control right up until the last minute. My team, Pats, battered Dundalk. And, of course, a little bit of redemption for Derry. And, of course, we're going to talk about everything else. And, of course, if you want to talk about anything, we've got your comments coming in there. Fantastic. But also, you can call this number up in the top left. It is a +44 number, 07752 937715. And if you want to talk to us, and we already do have people talking to us, then yeah, get involved. Come on in. We want to hear from you. Get your comments involved. Get your comments out there too. So yeah, grand stuff.
Yeah.
Here we go. Connor, how are you? A hell of a night of
Good.
League of Ireland action. A little bit of controversy. Did you see that message in the WhatsApp?
Oh yeah, I seen it earlier, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Because someone obviously leaked it that shouldn't have leaked it. Because it'll probably land someone in trouble, whoever leaked it. But anyway, yeah, silly comment to make by him, but he obviously thought it was off air. Well, it wasn't. It should have been off air and shouldn't have been leaked. But yeah,
shall we play it?
No, don't play it. Don't be getting yourself in trouble now.
It's just there. I have it right there. I can play it.
You can play it to yourself. But anyway, yeah, it's good. And if anyone ever texts us on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever before, and you just want to come on, you want to text the number, if it's easier for you, just send us a DM if that's easier for you to get on. But yeah, what a night. Unbelievable night of football. Probably the best night so far, between the Dublin derby, between Derry's comeback, Shell's getting a controversial penalty, which is each rather not very happy about. Kevin Doherty then went and got sent off, so not a good night for him at all. Wasn't happy in the pre-match and then got sent off. But yeah, so it's very funny. It's
you should have my mug, Mr. Grumpy.
Mr. Grumpy. Well, that is in fairness to you, but you're Mr. Volatile. You need to make up your own one anyway. So, but yeah, what a night. Did you what game were you watching, or games?
I was watching. I did have Pats on in the background because they're my team, but also I was watching the Dublin derby because let's be honest, it's the big game of the night. Bose absolutely. Yeah, master plan, 90 minutes. They were excellent for those 90 minutes. Sligo Rovers just couldn't handle them, couldn't deal with it. Bose, brilliant, efficient, and then all of a sudden the whole thing fell apart. And you know what? Pico Lopez, probably miss of the season. He probably will have miss of the season. I don't know if you saw. He somehow managed to miss with a header. He skied it over the bar from
I think Ed McCarthy might have ran him very close tonight. I can't remember Pico's miss, but Ed McCarthy's one I think it wasn't even a header. It was just an open goal, really kicking the ball, an open goal and hit it over the bar. So Ed McCarthy's probably was worse, but it actually, because it wasn't posted on the League of Ireland channel, so it was just that someone had said it, and I went back and watched it, and yeah, it was an unbelievable miss. I'll send it to you after. I'm sure it will be on the highlight package. It'll be on the highlight package anyway, but yeah, you look like you're the Undertaker about to pop up when you switch, it's fine now, but when whatever way you switch screen, it must have went to a darker, and it was like the Undertaker popping out when he's rising up from the dead, from the coffin.
Look at that. Hold on. I'm trying to make this sexy time. Hold on. This will be us in Prague, Connor.
Go away, just leave me alone.
Hold on. Oh, look at that. It's off. Nah, I can't really work it. Yeah, well, I'm having fun with my lights over here. And did you have fun out there, all you wonderful people in Lance and Roarland? John Gall, good man, John. Evening, lads. Evening to you, sir. If you want to get involved, you want to have your say.
By the way, his second name's not John Gall. That's John Gallagher. I know it says he has a Gallagher, but it's John Gallagher. That's our John. That's John who had the greatest prediction of the league so far by Bose winning the league. But anyway, I'm sure he'll probably be on to speak nonsense about it.
Well, we're gonna. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, it is the same guy. Gallagher. Yes. Sorry, John's going to come on. John, if you're watching, I've just sent you that link. Sorry, mate. It's want to come on?
Dave doesn't know ask you like that.
well, I used to, but I don't have a lot of use for it these days. Living in Britain. But anyway, John, come on in. We'll get you on for a few minutes and have a little chat. And of course, if you want to have a chat with us, you want to phone in. We don't have to see your video. You send us a WhatsApp. It's +44, but it won't cost you a penny. It's on WhatsApp. We'll send you the link, and you come in and chat to us for a few minutes. He's coming in. 2 seconds there, John. But yeah, I thought Bose were excellent. There's not really time to panic for Steve Bradley, because obviously the season last season, wasn't it? They had a terrible start, and they came back and won it at aplomb. So, he does have a lot of work to do, but yeah, it was a terrible night for Bose. Pats as well. Absolutely. I was watching them. Fantastic. Back to Dundalk. No messing around.
Yeah.
Against a team that have actually done a lot of damage on the travels. Running a few teams close. And we got another one. We got someone else who wants to come on in as well.
But yeah, I thought Ramel Palmer, I know he went off. I think he went off injured at halftime for Pats. It was his first start back. I thought he was unbelievable in the first half. Thought he was the reason Pats improved so much. Obviously, he missed basically the whole of last season through injury. But when Kenny first came in those first European games, they went on that run. I think he'd done his hamstring in one of the European games, and after that, I thought he was brilliant tonight. He's an unbelievable player, technically so good, and really good athlete as well with ball carrying. But unfortunately, he just keeps getting injured for their sake. But yeah, is John stuck in a chimney or something?
Not sure. I'm not sure. We got two. One wants to come in. Diegler wants to come in. I'm waiting for John to come in. He said to be 2 seconds. Come on, John. We've got people waiting for you.
John.
Come in and chat to us for about 5 minutes, and then we'll get Diegler on after that. But anyway, yeah. But now, great night, League of Ireland action. Yeah, it was lovely seeing a Stadium Park as well. It's last year. Here he is. His final season. Obviously, before they go off and move to the RDS. John, give us a thumbs up if you are ready. Are you ready? He's ready. Let's get in. John, welcome back.
Good man, John.
How are you
getting crack?
Not much there, thanks.
How did your night go watching League of Ireland action? What did you watch?
I watched Cork City Bray, to be honest with you. Wouldn't have the luxury of yourself, Mr. McAvoy, of 2 or 3 TVs.
It's the laptop and the TV. That's what I have.
Fair enough. I probably could stretch that out if I wanted to. But no, I kind of wish I did watch a few more games there, because the Premier Division looked really busy. But yeah, happy with Cork City's performance, to be fair.
Yeah, I hear Cillian Murphy stole the show again, did he?
He was absolutely excellent. He just gets better every week. Yeah, he's well, but the ball has just stuck to his boot, like, it's incredible.
Yeah. I seen someone comparing him to when Cathal O'Sullivan first broke through, and people saying that, is he better than Cathal O'Sullivan? Do you think he has the ability to be better? I know it's different. He's a bit like a central midfielder compared to Cathal. More plays on the right hand side or can play as a 10. But what do you think of the comparisons?
Yeah, it's a good question, and in fairness, it was actually one of our fellas, Jack Gallagher, who put a poll up. Yeah, they are definitely different players, I would say. But at the same time, yeah, they're different players. But I think definitely, like, I would say, I'll put it this way. Like, I think Murphy will go further in his career. Like, he's just an all-action midfielder, so technically gifted. Like, he's a lot of pace as well. That's what I can't get over. He's actually quite physical. Yeah, I'm so impressed by him so far, I'll be honest.
That's good to hear. But what was the game like overall? Was Cork just way too good to them? What did it finish 2-0 in the end of this? Was 2-0 early
it was
on?
Actually only 1-0 in the end. But
did Charlie Maguire not score again? I swear to God, I seen him went back and watched the highlight of a second goal, or was it disallowed?
It was offside. Yeah. No, you're right. We actually had 2 offside goals, which was kind of unlucky. But yeah, like, I suppose, put it this way, like, and it could have been 1-1 or 4-0 on another night. It could have been very different. I would say it was probably a slightly better performance than the Limerick, the Treaty United display. My apologies. It was probably a better performance than that. But we still did definitely miss that clinicality up front, if that's a word. So that needs to be worked on.
And what about Bray? Anyone any good for Bray, or was it just Cork kind of dominated?
I would say Cork kind of dominated, but Jimmy Corkran put in a really good display. Their centre back name kind of escapes me, but he kept Shawnee very quiet in the second half. Obviously, Billy O'Neill is always a threat. Again, I felt he was a bit quiet in the second half, but he was still always a threat. Like, we know how good of a player he is, obviously. Not like Bray were decent. They were definitely a lot better than Wexford last week, I felt. But like I don't know. I think we should be getting through this league fairly easily this year. And look, it should be the bare minimum. Like, but
100 goals.
100 goals. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say it would still happen. But definitely need to get the shooting boots on if we want it to happen.
And then the other thing, you predicted something else to happen. Dave knows well. You predicted Bose to win the league. Is it happening?
I can't. There's no reason to suggest that. I mean, if I said it 4 matches ago it was happening, there's no reason to say it's not happening now. I definitely think so. Yeah. I know Rovers came back. Sorry, Dave. You want to come in there?
No, go. So I was just going to say, I think I have a very happy Bose fan. That if you're listening, Deaglan, are you ready to go? We got him sitting in the green room. Go on, continue, John. I'm waiting for him to give me the go ahead. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from him anyway. But yeah, like my God, it was. I know that they kind of like the Rovers came back and kind of scored 2 after, but I mean, to go 3-0 up against this Rovers side with the talent they have is just incredible. So. I think they're very well coached, and no, I do have a feeling that's a big 3 points for them.
Absolutely. Deaglan, I'm going to bring you in. You were at the game tonight, no doubt. Hold on, I'm going to bring you in here now. Good man, Deaglan. Welcome.
Hell yeah.
How's it going?
Good man, Deaglan. How are you?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, heart rate's coming down a bit after that. The nervy end. Oh yeah, but God, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying to the lads there, Pico Lopez, a couple of, he puts that in 3-1, at the time. But
yeah, Mr. Sitter, yeah, Jesus, yeah, forgot about that. Just like watching the meal time, remember everything. Then now it's just all a blur, like crazy.
Yeah.
What was the nerves like? The final 5, the final, what we'd say, 2.5 minutes.
I wanted to core up in the ball. I wanted to core up a little ball at the back of G there. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just like cry.
I seen someone tweeting saying the Bose fans were singing "We won 4, we won 4," and then within 2 minutes later, everyone was wanting the final.
We got 5, 3-2. So yeah. Sort of right.
Yeah, no, they were excellent. They were excellent for 90 minutes. I mean, they really, really did. They executed a great game plan against Shamrock Rovers, and yeah, they couldn't handle them, could they? Against Pats, they sat back. Sorry, Pats sat back against Rovers, let them to come on. I was just watching a bit of Brian Kerr there on Virgin, and but obviously, Bose just didn't give him a chance, except till the end, and then obviously it was a little bit. But you got the win. You seem to have Shamrock Rovers' number now. How many times did you beat them last season?
3-0-4. The Bettles and Tala 2-1. I know Clarkey scored with a header, and then I can't remember the other lad's name. I think Noonan scored one of them anyway. Yeah.
But I mean, fantastic result for you guys tonight. I mean, are you feeling confident now, Deaglan? You're going to win. Is this it? Is the 17-year wait over now?
Hopefully, but look, we said this under Divine. Like we were on a great run under Divine, and then once the second round kick in, geez, we just absolutely nosedived. So look, I always say, ask me this again in September or October.
Now we need to ask you now, though. We need to ask you now: are you going to win the league? You have to be. Yeah,
I'd be
too
confident.
far away.
Dylan.
Come on.
Go on. Go on.
John's a
Coming
Cork
home.
fan, and he thinks you're winning the league.
Coming home. The cup might come home. The league, I don't know. We'll see.
Don't be so negative. Don't be so negative. You have to.
Well,
You have to back
Bose,
your
man,
team.
come on. You've been through a heartbreak.
But do you not think now you have possibly the best player in the league in Dawson Devine? Do you think that could be the difference?
Dawson, smell Papa Hickey, Sam Todd. Yeah, they were immense tonight.
That first goal was class.
Jesus, Papa Hickey, Jesus, when you stand beside him, man, he's a top of the unit, man. Jesus.
Yeah. What is he? 6'6", is he? He's 6'6".
First half, first half. Some ball to Conor Parsons for the goal.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I was just sitting and watching it on the couch, just boom, boom, boom. I was like, go on, bang, and I thought, unbelievable. Just said to the group, Conor, and I said, some fucking goal. What a pass to the boy. Now it was brilliant stuff, man. And just quickly now, and then we'll let you go. Obviously, RDS next season. That's where you're gonna be playing now for the next 3 years, is it? And what do you think about that?
Happy days. It's near work, as you know me. As you know, Dave, I always give you the free programs here and there. Viva, so I'll just tag along there. Hey,
there he is. Nah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Listen, nice for coming on, Deaglan. Get home. Hopefully, you can give the Harte thing. Are you going to Prague?
No, because I'm broke as hell. So, but hopefully, fingers crossed, Montreal.
Hopefully, we'll see you there. Montreal. Nice one, Deaglan. God bless. Good night. Safe home.
Thanks, man. All the best.
See that.
Cheers. Come on, Deaglan.
Deaglan, mad Bose fan. There goes to all the games in Derry. Actually, last game as well.
That was a good one as well.
Yeah, he was actually there when the fireworks literally went off the pitch. I was actually, but yeah. Anyway, sorry lads, just and by the way, if you want to come on, if you were at the game, any game tonight, you want to chat to us, just that number. Which you can't actually see at the moment, but we will make a note of it in a second. You could just text the number and you can come on and you can have a chat with us. Anyway, sorry lads, continue.
Dave, I was meaning to say to you, your Sligo Rovers prediction is looking very good.
Yeah, they're shy.
They're terrible. And I actually thought they'd do okay this year. I thought they'd kind of came through their bit of hardship after the start of last season, and Jeti Kiki would really step up, but no, they're absolutely shocking so far this year.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched them, or did I watch them? I haven't watched them yet. Obviously, I'll try to watch 2 games, one in the background, one that'll get my main.
I know you did watch them. You watched the opening game against Derry, didn't you? When Derry came back
against Derry, yeah, Derry came back. I mean, Derry were just more. It wasn't because they were so good. It was just Derry was so poor. But no, they've lost their main man, and that's big, and they haven't. They haven't really done much business out there in the transfer window. So it's just bit of a late show last season because they were at the foot of the table for a lot of last year, and then they got back. I can't see them doing that again, and also the fact that Cork were an absolute shambles last season as well, as you know yourself. So but you know what I mean. It was one of those. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think they are going to go right down with Galway.
Just you're on about Jadakiki. Obviously he didn't start tonight. I don't know why. Just have to be rotation, I'd imagine. But he came on at half time and then came off again, 71st minute with injury. So that's a complete disaster for them. I know it's huge to get James McManus back on loan, but this Traore fella they got on loan from Notts County doesn't seem to be that good. It's just nothing really that would scare you in the Sligo team at the moment. They brought Carl McEwen, got sent off tonight in injury time. He got sent 96th minute. He got sent off, which is a complete disaster. They're probably their main signing in the winter off season, and didn't just lose obviously Elding. They lost Paddy McLean as well, who was excellent for them last season. And I would just worry for Sligo at the moment that I know Obviously, they've good players. They've a lot of good players, but like it's not the same level as what they were at last year. I just worry for them quite a bit. I don't know. Do you worry for them now, John? Because I still think Galway will finish last because obviously they had the home advantage tonight and stuff. But yeah, do you agree, or are you on the Sligo train with Dave that they're finishing last?
Yeah, like at the start of the season, as I said, I had quite high hopes for them. And look, it's early yet. Like we have to remember that it's very early. But I have to say I've been pretty impressed by Galway. They've transformed Lee Devitt into like a left wing back, which is really fascinating. And John Caulfield is getting a really good tune out of them. Waterford, I suppose, have been a bit dodgy, so maybe that's a team that they could compete with. But yeah, I am very worried for them. I think they're going to be now. The thing with Sligo is they quite often have a very poor start of the season, and they will gain it back in the second half. So there's every chance that they could do that again. But I don't know, when you look at their depth and how just how generally poor they're playing, I would be very worried for them, to be honest. And as the point Dave made, I don't think there's like a Cork City like last year, this year, who are considerably worse, except maybe Galway. But if Galway had a worse manager, but I think Caulfield is kind of the ideal man for them at the moment. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one, but look, at the end of the day, it is very early days. Can't jump to too much conclusions, but I would be very worried for them, to be honest, Connor. Yeah, for sure.
Sligo boy in the comments not too happy with their performance. He seems to have given up all hope on them. Dave, if you want to pull up his comments, he's going on there all.
Let's have a look here. Sligo boy. My wee Sligo God. Hee-haw. Johnny the Gold. I think Sligo boy's been on the Sligo beers, has he? Gillian the new Paddy McCourt. And yeah, sorry. And Laser Live said, it seems Dave was correct about who the best team in Connacht is. I mean, that's a fucking low bar. But, you know. But Laser Live, correct blind contract with Connacht with cataracts, I'd sign in Braille. Okay. So again, there was Barney McGee from the banks of the league. There was Hogan from County Tyrone. There was Johnny McGurk, who was scared stiff of work, and a man from Westmeath called Malone. There was Slugger O'Toole, who was drunk as a rule, and Fighting Bill Tracy from Dover, and your man Mick McCann from the banks of the Ban was the skipper on the Royal, on the Irish Rover, and he says it's half time. And then says, Sligo go, our time will come 4 games in, who cares? Good man. Do you know what? That, I tell you what, that is the right attitude to have. He knows his team is shit. He knows his team is flying back down his first division, but he's going with the punches. Well done. I salute. I genuinely salute him. That is a great attitude to have. Just thought I'd go there. Go on. Someone speak, lads. It's all awkward.
No, I was waiting for you in your Sligo. I was waiting for a rant.
What, me? I mean, there's nothing to really say about Sligo, to be honest. You know, as I said, they did well. They got out of it, but you know, Cork were a mess, and you know, Cork are always a mess. Sorry,
but I think Sligo could be the Cork. There could be, if this continues, because what, 0 wins and 4. Could they be the Cork?
Yeah, I mean, but like obviously Cork are a whole other level. I mean, I'm sorry, John.
No, it's okay. It's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like if Sligo go down, it's because they're, you know, it's just they're not good enough. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible to Sligo Rovers, the bit of red. It's just, you know, with Cork, it was a complete capitulation, and they some really good players, and they're a massive club, and there's no way they should be in the first division. But when I had a look at all the issues when Bill very kindly furnished me with the information about why Cork are in a bad way, I thought, oh my God, it all makes perfect sense. So Sligo aren't like that.
I guess what I would say is that what people forget is that we were actually, now look, it's not like this is a great position to be in or anything, but we were actually, when Tim Clancy walked last season, we were actually 9th and I could be wrong here, but I'm fairly sure we were about 4 points above Sligo. You know, this is about 8 or 9 games into last season. So I think Jaron Ash, to be honest, did an awful lot of damage when he came in. But as Bill has explained to you, the club is just in turmoil. Like that could be a whole nother podcast, obviously. But yeah.
Don't mention podcasts around Cork.
Plenty of them, exactly. Yeah.
No. What? Obviously, with the other amigos.
Yeah. They've done it to death, of course. Yeah. In fairness to those boys. So yeah, that's the thing. You know, perhaps who knows what if Tim Clancy could have stayed around, but no, I guess the point I'm making anyway is that Sligo do tend to pick up in the second half of the season. You know.
Well, they need a lot to pick up, don't they?
Absolutely. Just want to give a shout out there to James Evening Jansen away home from Dailymount. Great game. Good man, James. He needs to tell us why he supports Bose. We need this information. Sorry, John.
No worries at all. Guys, I must be up early in the morning, so I might love you and leave you. But thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure.
Thanks, John. Listen, thank you very much, mate. Hopefully we'll get you back on next week.
Absolutely, that's the plan. God bless, guys. Thank you.
You too, John.
I'll see you later. Nice one.
Yeah.
It's like give those lads a follow. League of Ireland, LOI Talk. They're good guys, very good guys, and are always very welcome here on this podcast. Actually, everyone is welcome on this podcast, to be honest.
Except someone. Martin Prendergast.
Except Martin Prendergast.
And that Northern Ireland podcast yesterday was ranting and raving yesterday, saying that James McLean wasn't successful. Did you see that comment? It was like, when was the last time someone switched to Ireland and actually had a successful international career or actually benefited himself, and put in brackets, including James McLean. So that's when you know when someone's really rattled. When someone has played 100 times to Ireland and they're like, oh, well, that shows how bad Ireland are. They would have played 600 times to Northern Ireland. Plus, he played at 2 major tournaments for Ireland. He would only play at 1 with the North. So,
it's just bitter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just really bitter. But anyway, yeah. But speaking of James McLean, do you have? I don't know if there's any comments about it, because I was going to speak about Derry. If there's any comments about it, now we can speak about it. But if there's not, I'll just chat about it.
James McLean, yeah. I mean, probably breaking news tomorrow. James McLean hands in a transfer request. I'm James. If you're watching, it's a joke. I'm joking. I don't know. Was it tactical or was he injured? Or was it just...
It could have been rest. What, he's 30-something, 37, 36 years of age. So maybe it was just fatigue.
Yeah, but he is probably the fittest man you'll ever meet in your late 30s.
Yeah, but still, people still get fatigue, especially from that pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he... it was just for there were 2 on down. Michael Duffy. Here's a comment here, actually. I'm going to go through the Derry comments. Keep them coming in. We're going to get to every single comment, okay? Don't worry about it. But yeah, Malloy, 160 about Derry. Derry need to protect Duffy. Average mid-table team without him. Instead, Derry pulled off a shock. And Malloy 160 continues. Focusing on McLean isn't the main problem, Derry. Blaming a player that is doing very little wrong in a CDM role because he's an ex-English League pro is a bit lazy. Okay. Well, just on that one, Malloy and Connor, I'm sure you agree with me on that one. Whenever I've watched James McLean, and by the way, I do agree that it's not just... Sorry, and to be fair, he has another comment here. There's 9 other outfield players for Derry that are getting a free run for media due to spotlighting James McLean. Okay, I think he's got a point there. But McLean has been poor. He's not a central midfielder. But he is right. I think a lot of the Derry players, bar Michael Duffy, have been getting a bit of a free ride because they just haven't been good enough, have they? I mean, look at that goal. The first one was fucking hilarious. The mix-up.
But because Derry altogether haven't been good enough. Management haven't been good enough. Players haven't been good enough. But McLean, obviously, that's what happens when you're considered the main man, the best player. I know probably everyone would say Michael Duffy, but because he's McLean, he's considered that. The captain as well, so you have to take a lot of the blame, and because he's playing out of position, you're going to look at what you're looking at naturally. You're going to think, well, what's the first thing that looks out of place? It's James McLean in midfield, so that's where it's coming from. But Derry altogether, yeah, without Michael Duffy, he's the best player in the league. I know I said about Dustin Devine to Deaglan, but I just think Michael Duffy, that goal he scored, the volley where he took it off his chest to make it 2-2, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, people
Yeah, it was good.
haven't given it the praise it deserves. The way he took it on off his chest and volleyed it off his weaker left foot, smashed it in, unbelievable. Like, I think he's the best. I think that's what makes him the best player in the league. He's someone who can just do something out of absolute nothing. And like, Waterford were probably very unlucky tonight to go away from that game losing. Never mind losing 4-2 in the end. But yeah, I think Duffy's just the best player in the league, and I do think he will drag him to the title in the end. Because as well as Bose are playing, I just don't think they're as good at Derry, and I think Derry will just strengthen more in the summer. Tierna Lynch spoke about how much they badly need the grass pitch to come in the summer, about how much it'll affect, how much it'll improve them. And I think tonight's win took a lot of pressure off Tierna Lynch, because seeing Dan McDonald's tweeting that the home fans were getting very just groggy and real angry after going, what was it, 1-0 down, and then obviously went to 2-0 down. So like, the money they've invested, with the expectations of their fans, of their owner, Tiernan Lynch's job, I wouldn't say he would have been or I wouldn't say he would have lost his job, right? But the pressure would have started to crank up quite a lot. You would have had a lot more people saying Tiernan Lynch out. I would have seen Twitter would have been dominated tonight by Derry fans saying that Lynch has to go, he's not good enough, he's McLean's running the show, etc. But I think tonight was I think it was a probably positive thing, that I don't want to say it point at McLean, but the fact that they were able to take him off and not rely on him as such, that they know they can win these games without them. Like, the reality is, I still would probably have them title favourites, or not favourites, but I think they will win the league, even if they didn't have McLean in the team. And yeah, I thought they were very lucky, to be honest, to win the game. But the comeback they did, the way they done it, with the way the style they done it, I think hats off to them. I thought it was absolutely exceptional. Definitely game of the season so far, in my opinion, the way they came back from 2-0 down to win 4-2. 4 goals in second, 4 goals probably in the last half an hour. I don't know when the first goal was scored, but 4 goals in the first half an hour was ridiculous. And I thought Derry were end up being full value in the end. They weren't full value for the first 60, 70 minutes, but once they got the first goal, to be honest, it looked kind of inevitable. I don't want to sound bad, but it kind of looked inevitable that they'd come back into it. They remind me a lot of like Man United under like Solskjaer, Man United um under Amarin and and Eric Ten Hag at times, when they'd go 1-0 down, they'd go 2-0 down, and they're playing absolutely dreadful. But then they would score one goal, and so it would just turn out of nothing. And once the momentum got on their side, once the brandy well got on their side, because they're selling very well this year, a lot of interest on them, a lot of expectations, but that home advantage seems to drag them over the line. And especially against, like, I don't want to say, because Waterford have done quite okay the last couple of games. I know the first 2 games they were absolutely dreadful, but they've figured themselves out a bit more. But yeah, massive 3 points in the end. But yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I love what the Derry project's about. Sorry, I'm not a Derry fan. Well, I am a Derry fan. I'm not a Derry supporter. As if in, I'm a fan of what they're doing, and I think it's good, and I think it's lovely. And hold on, PJ. PJ Mac, careful what you say about McLean, lad. Someone end up on a story. I know that is my mission, PJ, to get on his story. It's going to happen at some stage, but like, we love James, but we have to be honest. I love the Derry project. I love what they're about. The new pitch is coming in. That's why they're playing all the home games now, isn't it? Because they're going to get the pitch done in the summer. That is correct, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting done in the summer. Yeah, it's been done in the summer. They'll have to play a couple of games in O'Neill Park, the GA, but like, they've no qualms about that. And fair hats off. There's a great relationship in Derry between the GA and the football. Obviously, the training at Owen Begg, the GA Centre of Excellence, which is great. Before it looks like they're going to go build their own. They'll probably build their own training ground, which will put a lot of money into. Well, I'd be shocked if O'Doherty didn't put all the money into like the money he's currently putting in. So yeah, exciting times to be probably a Derry fan.
Oh, yeah.
Be a young lad in Derry coming through the academy.
But they had lost that game tonight. I mean, where Waterford are in that league now. They're currently in the playoff. We'll look at the tables in a second, but they're currently in the playoff position, and to lose against them, and at home is poor. Newly promoted Dundalk. Bose, to be fair, Bose look up for a title push. They're going to be right in the mixer. To quote Keith Tracy, Jesus, tonight. But yeah,
Great
he
commentator.
had to. He seems like a very nice guy. But yeah, it just, if they had lost that, the manager clearly looked at them and went, you know what? Nah, I can't do this. They're gonna, he's gonna get absolutely dog's abuse. He's made the substitution. I didn't watch the match, so I don't know if taking McLean off was the thing that spurred him on. Maybe gave a bit more balance, because I said I don't care what anyone says. He's not a central midfielder, and he should be playing down the left. And I think he would be getting loads of assists. I think he would probably be the top assists player in the League of Ireland if he was playing down that left wing. But anyway, and yeah, they came back. 90 in stoppage time winner, and then of course he made it 4-2 with a no-look penalty, which is pretty classy, to be fair. But yeah, no, brilliant stuff there from Derry. Let's have a look through some of the other comments here. Well, I said 160. What a great game between Bohs and Rovers. Both are definitely the team to catch this season. The Irish lad 25. Great win for Cork. They are flying. I thought Brennan was Rovers' only good player today. Bohs were brilliant. Who thought Patrick Hickey could play defence? There you go.
Brennan was good again. I thought Brennan was very dangerous again for Rovers, which was a good sign. The player was
even at the end.
His inexperience. He was constantly looking to take men on, looking to get on the ball, make things happen. And like, although I do think Rovers were the big thing, they were outmatched physically. The fact they went with himself and Ocean Vuna together playing in a game like that, which hats off to Bradley for doing it. It's great to see young lads doing, and obviously Noonan up front, even though Noonan's not slight, but he's still 17, like, so yeah, it was one of those games that was like you could see the physical advantages that Bose had, even though like some of the Bose players, like the likes of Ross Tierney, is very slight, very small, but it's just that you see men have grown into their bodies. Like there's like obviously Adam Brennan's taller than Ross Tierney, but Ross Tierney's grown into his size as well as Adam Brennan. Yeah.
And you took your man out of it in the first half, and you got a very early yellow card. In fact, the boy got a very silly yellow card early on. I thought that was a bit poor from the referee. It was just a little bit too soon for me. Who is this fella here with may I say, Sean, what a mighty fine moustache you have, sir. Look at that. That's a fucking... Oh, let's get it. You ready to go, Sean? Have a look at this. That is a Tom Selleck. Look at you, man.
Good man, Sean. What's crack?
Connor, how are you?
How was your night in Eamon DC Park? Is that where you went to? Is that where you went, or were you just in Gallagher?
Bit of a detour, I suppose. I was planning on going to Drogheda this evening, but it didn't work out that way. But yeah, I managed to get in Galway and Sligo. Bit of I suppose not the game we hoped for, but there'll certainly be bigger headlines elsewhere. But at the end of the day, Galway got much deserved victory, you could say, at the end of it all.
What did you think of the game overall? I didn't really watch any of it. I just watched the goal, and then I seen Ed McCarthy's open goal miss. Was Galway the better team, like?
Yeah, Galway by far and away the better team. Sligo offered nothing, to be honest. Sligo came and they just sort of let Galway play football, which is a bizarre sentence to be saying, to be honest, based on the last few years. Yeah, Galway played all the football. Galway much deserved the better team. They had the chances. You saw Ed McCarthy's miss there. That was a real sitter. But I suppose the goal, and a player I was really impressed with tonight, Lee Devitt, he was absolutely outstanding and seems to be a great find from Treaty United for Galway so far this season. Yeah. So, yeah, look, Galway are going to be absolutely delighted. I mean, they've went to Shelbourne, they got their point. They've come back tonight, and, you want to be winning your home games if you're going to stay up in this division, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, because it was funny, because last week they didn't play any football. Go on, Dave.
Sorry, Sean, who do you support, Sean? Sorry.
Shells fans.
You're Shells fans. All right, so why are you over there?
Yeah, I'm in college in Galway. I missed out on a ticket for Drogheda tonight. I was hopeful for getting one, but I didn't manage to get one in the end.
Fair play.
But did you see any of the Shells back? Yeah, so it was a good one, actually. The Shells win in the end. It was a great comeback in the end.
Yeah,
did you just watch the highlights back?
I haven't seen it back. I saw Sam Bone's goal. Look, it's a brilliant result for Shells, because Drogheda is a place that Shells have gone to a lot in recent times, and they've kind of struggled. It's a hard place to go and win, but that's a serious result for Shells. Look, they'll be delighted, and they're obviously heading into a big Dublin derby next Friday night. That's against Pats. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. And looking at results around the league tonight, it is interesting because Derry came from 2 behind. Saw them go 2 behind at Watford against Watford, and I was thinking, God, Derry could be in a bit of trouble here. But that's the second time they've kind of had a late comeback at the Brandywell. I know they done it to Sligo a few weeks ago. But look, the League of Ireland is always going to throw up these mad stories on a Friday night, and it was a bit of a non-event in Galway, you could say. Not a non-event, but in terms of quality of the game, it was just really hard to watch at times. But at the end of the day, Galway got the 3 points. Derry got a big win. Shells got a big win. And, of course, Bohemians' big win against Shamrock Rovers. And they're absolutely flying so far to start the season.
Yeah. Do you think Bose will do it, or do you still think Shells will do it? Because obviously Bose have looked unbelievable to start the season, but they've done it before, and it's only 4 games into the new season. Like,
Look, it is hard to look past Shamrock Rovers, I suppose. Just the depth they have in the squad. But then again, Bohemians, they do have the advantage of not playing European football. How far away will Shells, Pats, and Derry be? I'm not sure. I mean, Derry, like, there's been a lot of talk about them the past few years, and they've kind of flattered to deceive in many ways. But this year, there's so much hype about them. Obviously, McLean, and they've made a few big name signings. But yeah, it's so hard to know at this stage of the season. But in terms of Bose, like, they'll be absolutely delighted with how they've started. They went to Sligo, absolutely hammered them. That game in the Aviva against Pats, it was a weird one. Bose obviously had the big chance in the game, but they missed it. But look, there's such a long way to go. I mean, we're only a few games in. It's not even out of February yet. But at this stage, look, Shamrock Rovers, they haven't had the best start. I know they dropped a point against Dundalk on Monday night, which they really shouldn't have dropped. But they'll probably be the favourites. And, Bohemians mightn't be too far after them, because they look, that advantage of not playing European football, they'll be hoping to keep everyone fit. And if they do, they could have a right tilt at it.
Yeah, PJ has give his thoughts on Bose. They'll be okay once Amble don't have any more shows. But I don't know. I think it's time Shells bring out their collaboration jersey to bring in their keeping up with the
Here's a
nonsense
question.
that's going on in football.
Here's a question for you, Sean. So Boy wants to know, Sean, you about to break into the house? Do you have a balaclava or something?
No, I'm actually not. I'm not actually about to break into the house. I'm outside McGinn's hop house here in Galway City. There
you go, Sligo.
Here sat on the windowsill. So
there you go, Sligo Boy. Sean is not going to break the house. That is a public house, so he has every right to be there. He is not loitering.
He's celebrating. He celebrated a big 3 points for Shells. Did you see the penalty decision though? Dennis.
No.
Did Sean Boyd punch in the face? I seen the Drogheda fans very unhappy about it. Kevin Doherty then got sent off because of it. Wouldn't do a post-match interview. A few question marks thrown about his pre-match interview, but I'm sure you'll see that on your phone, or I can send it to you if you haven't seen it. But Drogheda are very disappointed about the refereeing performance. I know you didn't see it, but probably not surprised. But it's probably just such a huge 3 points, because no one really goes to Drogheda and really comes away with 3 points. It's almost an ungiven these days.
Yeah, it's as I alluded to earlier on, like, it's just such a hard place to go and win. Like, last year's obviously Drogheda basically were on the verge of Europe last season, only to miss out losing to Bose on the final day. But it's a massive 3 points for Shells. I'll look back on the refereeing decisions on that tomorrow. But look, at the end of the day, it's 3 points for Shells, and look, they're going to be absolutely delighted. And as I said, it's past next week. There's this big games coming up for Shells. This could really see what the squad is made of, because they have following on from that past game, it's Shamrock Rovers on Monday at Talk Park, and then it is following Friday, it's up to the Brandywell for Derry, and then the following Monday it's Bose. So there's such big games coming up, and I suppose we're going to see how these teams match up against each other. So it's going to be, look, it's really interesting. And the League of Ireland.
what has happened? Where's Meepo gone? Is he injured? Where's he gone?
Yeah, not in the squad tonight. Quite bizarre, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not
But
sure.
and
He's a player
yeah,
that, Shells brought him in last season. At the start of the season, he looked really good. And then there was certain
yeah,
performances there where you really question him because, I mean, we all saw and it went viral that Drita game where he missed basically an open goal. But he's
yeah,
that kind of player. He came up to, speaking of Galway, he came up to Eamon Park last June. It was 2 games after Damien Duff left the club. Um, one of the best performances of all time, really. He could have scored 4 goals in the night. He ended up scoring 1 and Shells drew the game. But I mean, he was just unplayable that night. And on his night, Odebecca was absolutely unplayable. And
yeah,
it's just, I suppose it's about Joey O'Brien managing him and getting him
yeah.
in the right frame of mind in the
He's
right place.
he's a bit like he's a bit like that Darwin Núñez type player, Nicholas Jackson, where like if he's on it, he's unbelievable. But then if he misses one
Yeah,
chance, it's
yeah.
like 10. But and where's Sean Moore gone? Is he disappeared off the face? Or he must be out in long-term injury because I haven't seen him involved. He was involved at the end of the
Um,
European campaign and isn't involved now. Because like if he wasn't going to be in the plans, like he would have left, like would have gone somewhere else. But he must be out with a long-term injury because he was brought in. He was always highly thought of. But I know he was really only just adapting and getting minutes here or there, and then all of a sudden just came out of the squad altogether.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Connor. I mean, I know that Oran Casey and Paddy Barrett are facing up to 10 to 12 weeks off with injuries. So, but in terms of more, I'm not sure. So, look, for Joey O'Brien, it's just about managing that. Managing your squad, trying to get your best possible 11 out at all times.
Yeah,
And look, I suppose in terms of Sean Moore, we'll see.
yeah.
Good
Just a few
man.
comments, Dave, coming in, is there?
Yeah. Malloy 160 says there's a suspicious man with a moustache outside my window. Sean, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? That's a fine moustache. I wish I could grow a fucking
It's
moustache. Look at that. That's like a
suspended.
week's growth. Huh?
Oh, it's never mind. I won't say. I'll get in trouble.
What? Okay.
No, I'll get accusations. I'll get accusations if I say it.
Sligo Boy says public house. That's a fair game. Oh God, Sean, all right there? Is he getting over?
I'm sure he's alive and well.
There
he's
he is,
alive.
good man. Celtic simply says, Connor, is that a new hoodie?
Unfortunately, not. You never asked Dave. Is that not a new hoodie?
No, because it's not a new hoodie. I wear it.
Yeah, but
I don't
surely
even
knows that
wash-
we're playing black hoodie. We're playing black hoodie so many times.
I haven't even washed this since fucking Budapest. So go on. I'm just joking. I have. PJ says, leave the man alone. He's not suspicious, lads. He's a good football man. He is a good football man. Man. Sean, what are you studying in Galway?
Currently doing journalism and economics. So 1 more year left of that, and we're out the gap on happy days.
There you go. There you go, lads. Hire Sean when he gets his degree. Is it a degree? Is it? 'Cause
Yeah.
You have one as well. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
We'll
I
be
have a
hiring him
degree
on
in,
Lansdowne
lads?
Roar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's voluntary. But do you know what I have a degree in, lads? Hard knocks. That's what I have a degree in. Because I'm old. Yeah, just some of the
Weirdo.
comments there. Yeah, but Celtic's back, by the way.
Yeah, he returned. He left a message in the Telegram group, which I'll send on to you after. He did. He said he was
Jesus.
enjoying the show, but it's good to see Celtic. It's great to see you finally back. It's been a long time since we've seen you on the channel. All we need now is Rolling Stone to appear from nowhere. So
That'd be
yeah,
amazing. Absolutely amazing. Rory says to you, safe journey home, Sean. So there you go. See?
yeah. And PJ said he's coming for my job.
What? Oh, Jesus.
PJ says
Oh.
Sean's coming for my job.
Are you going for Connor's job, Sean? Are you?
Yeah, you.
I don't know, Connor quite irreplaceable now in the way he conducts himself on all the Republic of Ireland activities and foreign tour. So
No, I think you can take it
say
if
no
you
more,
want.
man.
I'll take up darts or something. I think I might just do something else.
Top man. Anyway, Sean, we're going to let you go. Thank you
What is
so much
one more
for coming
comment
on.
from?
Thanks,
Oh.
lads.
We got one more comment. There you go. Oh, he's gone. We lost him. Fair play to him. Nice one, Sean. Coming on. If you want to come on there as well, we're going to be on for the next few minutes. +44 07752 937715. Nice lad, Sean. Does he go on the away trips as well?
He does, yeah, he does. I don't know what.
I've probably met him, haven't I?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
can't
you
fucking because I
definitely
got.
have, but you're just sticking the head. But anyway, but he wasn't in Armenia, I think. He wasn't in, but he will be there in he will be there in Prague. He goes to like he has enough points that he would have got a ticket for Prague. So you will see him in Prague, and he will be a good man to come back on Lansdowne Roar in the future. I'm sure we'll see him on Lansdowne Roar. Big man for the League of Ireland and Irish football. But yeah, it was good to
I
get him there on Shell's the Galway game because I think he was probably the only man in the country that watched the goal. Not to sound bad, but unless you're at the game, I don't think anyone was really watching unless you're from Galway or Sligo, because of the other games were of higher probably quality in terms of the eye test. Not in the sound bad, but it's just the style wise. But I was surprised to hear though say about Sligo that Sligo let Galway kind of have the thing.
We have a special guest. by the
No way,
way.
we the king.
Yes, he too.
It's the king.
All the way from us, born. He was
In-
born in Crumlin, and he's all the way in Oz.
The king.
Say, very big welcome. Our Lansdowne Roar debut for Mr. Neil Corkran. Once upon a tracksuit. How you doing, man? You right?
Come on,
you.
This
Neil,
is
how
a
are
ni-
you?
This is a nice surprise, lads. I jumped into the attic and I put on, a special jersey that, is part of this story all the way. You guys have been great. I've been talking to you guys for ages before I even started up this page. So I just thought it was important to represent. This was the last jersey as we flew out of Dublin Airport, I think in May 15, 1991. I still got the small one for my daughter Neve, and I got it again. So this was the one, that stopped me from crying my eyes out. When you're a Crumlin kid leaving Dublin, you don't cry. So this jersey my parents bought for me as I left, and I made sure to get it again. And I got it in maybe 4 sizes. And as you guys know, I replicated the photograph in Japan last month.
Yeah.
So it's been quite a journey for me connecting with you fans over that side of the world. Being a kid that just has Italia 90 locked in here, because what a lot of people don't know is USA 94. I don't have many memories of it because it wasn't a big thing here because Australia didn't qualify and I was too young and stuff. But anyhow,
Yeah.
I kind of
there you
dived
go.
in there. How are you lads doing? How are you lads doing?
Great.
Yeah,
This is a shock. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting you to jump on here tonight.
I didn't tell
Um,
him.
Yeah.
10:45 a.m. I just got a message. Do you want to come on? And I said, "Oh, I got no clothes on, but now I do." So, and it's coffee time here, man. It's coffee. So, yeah. How do you
Good
how do you
man.
think we're looking in 4 weeks time?
Oh, I am
Oh.
absolutely buzzing. But to be honest, Neil, I'm shitting myself at the same time.
Yep.
Because of the fear of actually not getting the feels like at the moment we're through like an everlasting moment of happiness that we'll just be happy forever after what Troy Power done in November. And it feels like we'll never have a bad moment ever again. But if we don't win in Prague and we don't win against Denmark, hopefully after that, all that happiness will just turn to sorrow because we'll get to the tournament in the summer and we're like, oh, we're not here again. And there's nothing worse when, especially like when I went to study in England for a couple of years and all them English, I won't say the second word, but all those English lot, they're getting to support their country in a tournament. It's heart wrenching, isn't it? Not getting to see Ireland, and especially when you're in Australia
Yeah.
and Australia qualify
Yeah.
for everything.
The only there's benefits to dual nationality, lads. Like, I had to wait 7 years before I saw my first football game here because I went. My uncle Henry took me to all my games in Dublin. So like Ireland versus West Germany was my first. Soviet Union was the only one where I had a seat. Finland. So I did about 5 games as a kid, and then when I lived back in Ireland in '98, I went to see Ireland versus Argentina, where we lost 2-0. Ireland versus Mexico. Yeah, and I made it back for Paul McGrath's testimonial too. And then again, I moved back in 2000 for a year. I got a few games in then. I can't remember them that well. It's a long time. I was a loose time in my life, gentlemen. I was a bit wild that year. I went for a 1 month holiday and I spent a year, ended up in Greece at the end and stuff. So like my job was still here when I got back, but that year is a bit rough, mate. I fucking can't remember much, man. But then when I got back to Australia in 2002, I met a whole bunch of Irish dudes, and I went on that wild journey of the World Cup over here with Irish. And that moment you boys finally got with Troy Parrott scoring that goal, that 2002 World Cup, that was all that month for me, that type of stuff. So that, but the dual nationality stuff. So the first game I saw in Australia was Australia versus Iran at the MCG. and there was like 95,000 people, and we were 2-0 up, and then
Terry Venables
protester famously ran on the pitch, pulled down the netting, stopped the we were at them. The Iranians got a break. Terry Venables was the coach. And I remember watching this game, like, because being an Irish fan, you're used to shit being taken away from you at the last second, mate, and being like having your heart broken. And the Aussies weren't used to that. So I remember the mate I was with said to me at halftime, he goes, "Hey, if it ends up 2-2, what happens?" And I said, "Oh, we don't go through." So when they had that break, I was like wondering, what the fuck is Terry Venables doing, man? Constantly attacking. I'm like, man, put everyone behind the ball and hit it at long. It's built into our DNA, that shit. Just smash it long. They scored once, over like the 81st or 2nd minute, and then 6 minutes later they scored again. And 95,000 people, bar maybe 1,000 Iranians, devastated. And I just was like, "Oh yeah, this happens, man. This is normal," because like Ireland didn't make that one. So like, you lads, you got a little bit of it in Poland, but the fact we got there was cool. Do you know what I mean? We just got fucking smashed. And you got that win against Italy and stuff. You guys have got little bits of it, but you haven't had a World Cup, lads. What is a World Cup to you boys? What is it?
Dave's not that young.
I'm a lot older than you think I am, Neil.
I can't tell with this small screen. It has so far away. How old are you, Dave?
No, you can't tell because my gorgeous face. 42.
It's the ginger skin, mate. I got 2 of them in the house, 3 of them. So how old are you?
42. I remember.
Oh fuck! You're my age, man. I'm 45.
There you go.
Connor, all that speech is directed at you, man, not him. He remembers it all. He understands devastation. No wonder he squealed. When Troy Parrott scored that goal, Robbie Keane. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I just thought you were the king of nostalgia by knowing that moment. I'm like, fuck, man, he pulled that out of nowhere, man. That's great.
No, man, I was supposed to be in school, and I didn't do my leaving cert. Whoops. And basically, I was watching it with my mate, and I said to my mate Frank, who's back in Dublin. He's not watching this. And I just said, switch it off. It's over. 1-0 down. And all of a sudden, the ball went over the top, nodded down, bang, goal went in, and we just fucking started jumping up and down in the street. And even his neighbour that we didn't get on with, like we were hugging him as well. Like, we've guys. Anyway, but I remember all that. Funny enough, that jersey you have was actually that was my first Ireland jersey. My granddad got it from me on my 6th birthday. Yep.
Yeah.
And I destroyed it, and the P and the E and everything, and the bits of the Adidas came off because my mum washed it on too high. In the washing machine. So
I'll tell you how much this cost me, man. $450, mate. It's immaculate. It's about €220. Mate of mine sold it to me. I got all Italian 90 bar Packies Romania one in great condition. I've got this again, an under 21s player without the sponsor. And then my tracksuits, I got heaps, man. Like when the Bernie Slavin. Do you remember Bernie Slavin when he played for Ireland? But probably not. You're probably a little bit too young. Maybe.
Yeah. No.
When he scored that goal, 89, because like when you're talking about running out into the street, whenever Ireland, we'd win in those days, man. There's no computer like Ataris that went out, or maybe Ataris, but you were on the street, man, and you were that player, mate. So we were all Bernie Slavins and stuff like that back in the day, and that's what I hope to see this Ireland qualify for this generation of young fans, mate, like Connor and stuff, man. It's like a World Cup's cool. Will you guys go? Are you guys going to fucking?
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
Brave the USA.
I've already booked. I don't.
We're Montreal.
Obviously, we have the friendly in Montreal, which we hope will lead on to Mexico. But they will definitely be there. We will. I'll be there by any means necessary. I can't miss a doubt because it's the one thing I've been waiting for years and years is a proper even 2012 Euros, 2016 Euros. Like I was 14 in 2016, so you don't really you enjoy it, you enjoy the moments, but you're not really with all your mates in pubs celebrating like a lunatic or going mad. You're just kind of running around your house.
That's also beautiful too, Connor, because Italian 90 for me, man, I was 10, and it was my strongest memory of Ireland before we emigrated, because we emigrated what 9 months after that. You know what I mean? And that's fucking why I have a page. That's why I'm 45 years of age with a page called Once Upon a Tracksuit, because of that World Cup and that O'Neill's tracksuit. I lived in it. I loved it, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I found it again too. I got it in an adult version. I wore it to a pub here to watch that Ireland game. That's the first time I've watched Ireland play with Irish fans outside the Women's World Cup, in a pub, man. I hadn't done it before because I just watched it at my home, man. The kids are a bit smaller, man. You don't really take off late at night.
Will you be going?
Sorry.
Go
Will
on.
you go next summer? Will you go next summer or not next summer? Sorry, will you head if we qualify?
Sorry.
America? No, mate. No, it's a quite, mate. I'm a different period, a different stage of life, gentlemen. Got 2 kids. A trip to America just to see football. My youngest hates football. Yeah, Neve, who's sitting over here gaming in the corner, she's my football girl. You know, she'd love it. We'd all love to go to America, but it's financially out of reach, man. And
How far is a flight from? I know it's say where you own to Mexico. How far is a flight from Australia to Mexico?
it's 17 hours to LA, man, and then down to Mexico, man. So I did. I actually coached football in America in 2003 on a summer camp in American Pennsylvania. I went over there and did the States for like 5 months. I've done heaps of traveling, man. So like this one, no, I'm already got one eye on the Women's World Cup next year. Yeah, I'm looking at that because
That's Brazil, is it?
yeah, so you guys probably not aware, but there's a international football tournament starting in Australia tomorrow, the Women's Asian Cup. I'm flying around the country to go see the games. The opening game is in Perth. So Australia's in a group with Philippines, South Korea, and Iran. So I'm up for the Iran game on the coast Thursday, and then the second game Sunday. Then I've got tickets to all the final, the knockout stage, the semis, and the final. Providing Australia finish on top of their group, I'm right for the Matildas games because the Matildas here are like it's superstars. It's great, and I love the best game of my life, man. I'm doing a post on it tomorrow. To see was Ireland versus Australia at the Women's World Cup. So I tried really hard to get tickets for that. They went, and then they did the bigger stadium again. They went. All the corporates grabbed them and shit, man. But then that day I was sent one of those FAI fan codes. Yeah. It didn't work early on in the day, and I tried it later, and I got lucky, man. I got 4 tickets to that game, right? And that was in with the Irish active fans. It was so cool, man. Like proper Irish fans, singing all the songs I heard as a kid, man. Fields of Athenry being whispered and stuff, and I sang those kid songs to my girls as babies and stuff. And Eve, we went in my original, David, as you got one, my original 1990 Adidas tracksuits, mate. We cruised in those, mate. I think I'm the only one with maybe 2 of them. I've actually got another 2, but one's like an old shell, and one is a player issue, but a cricket player, as I've told you before, man. But it's identical. So Neve and I were dressed to impress, and it's the only time in my life when Australia got a penalty, and I'm like, fuck, I really hope they don't score, man. Like, you know, it's there's no way I'll ever cheer for Australia over Ireland. It's just it's impossible for me. It's impossible for me as a fan.
Have a look at that sexy
fast,
beast.
mate. Yeah.
Sally
What
Parkin.
size is yours, mate? I've got an XL and a medium.
I think it's XL. That was in Natalia Parkin 7 years ago. The very goal that Shane Duffy actually celebrated in. True story, right? Don't know if I told it on the podcast before. When we had a whole row to ourselves because loads of Irish fans missed it, and what happened was, when Shane Duffy scored, we went mental, and all the beer went up in the air. And for a split second, I stopped. It's actually on the camera. You can see it because I know where to look. I actually stop. I turn around, go for make sure none of the beer's going on my beautiful, gorgeous tracksuit, and then I start celebrating for a split second. Because I mean, look, Neil, look at it, Connor, look at it,
mate. I've got him, mate. I look at him all the time. Do you know? Hey, here's a funny story. Anyone who doesn't follow me on Instagram, when I turned up to meet James McLean when he was in Melbourne last year, right? I just got a lead, man. I had a few hours to burn in the city. I had some work, and I had a 2-hour break. I was like, fuck it, man. I want to turn up to the hotel, and I'm going to wear my Italian 90 tracksuit. I said, because any Irish man says this, he is not walking past me without saying hello. And then someone messaged on Facebook, said they're at, because I seen in the morning, I seen what hotel they were at, because they grabbed the Langham. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just turn up, mate. I got 2 hours. I'll turn up. Because either sometimes if I got space in the city, I go to watch hip hop. But now I'll go sit there in my Italian 90 tracksuit at the front. And I matched it with green Adidas Firebird trackies. And then someone said the bus is coming in 15 minutes, man. And there was some fake dude there who's used to getting autographs, a famous dude. I've never done that shit before. So I stood at the front. The first bus from Wrexham turned up. The other Irish lad, Owen Stokes. So, yeah, he saw me like, Jesus, man. And I said, oh, man, I'm dying to meet James McLean. It's my dream to meet Paul McGrath. It all spit it out of me like 45-year-old fucking mess. I just want to meet, and James walked up, man. And I had a bag full of jerseys, mate. The video of him showing me jerseys didn't work out. But I had my one on, my XL, and the medium, which is handy for athletes because they'll fit into the mediums. And dudes like us, Dave, we can fit into our XLs, mate. And, still kind of we look all right in an XL. In a medium, mate, it's shrink wrap, fucking ham style. But, and like James just took it out of my hand. and he took it out of my hand and just zipped up as he was hearing my story, and I was just like, oh man, this is surreal. So
it's a gorgeous tracksuit.
Yeah, the little things on it, man, the zip. So that's how you know the difference. Because like I might have helped someone, make these available in Ireland as a replica. I didn't get any money. I might have offered my ideas and had the people of Ireland could have this. And I got some replicas of it, and it's a tiny difference. So the replica's very shiny, but it's handy because what you're talking about, the beer in the air. I want Neve to be able to wear one and not worry about me worrying about something happening to it. So Neve's got a replica now she can wear around school and stuff. But there's the tiny differences. It's the zip, the long metal zip, the Adidas. You'll notice it, and the material. It's just it's not shiny. It's just laid back, fucking classic 80s. So no matter whoever copies it, man, they can't. It's not the same. And you'll pick it. You can see it and go, nah, instantly with your eyes. But I hope there's a lot of. You see any Irish fans wearing that in Ireland, that replica? Some fucking nice dude, man, who's into tracksuits made that happen. And didn't get anything financial, didn't want anything financial, man. I did that for poor kids from Crumlin like me who couldn't afford them then when they were a kid. Get yourself one, Connor, man. Try and get a real one, Connor. Try. Fucking try, mate. Right. You got to find it before I see it because I'll buy it and give it to me. I'll save it with me other kids.
Absolutely. Right. That's it. Neil, we're going to let you go. Thank you very much for coming on. Neil.
So Women's Asian Cup tomorrow. Last time Australia won it was 2010. Japan are probably the favourites. Got South Korea, big deal in Australia, man. Women's football's on the rise, and what you boys don't know, like if you make it to the semis, you instantly qualify for the World Cup. Hence why my eyes already on the Women's World Cup because Australia's probably going to qualify for this tournament within a week, and then I'm watching the Irish qualifiers. But thanks so much for having me on, man, and all the support you guys give me, man.
Once upon a tracksuit on Instagram.
Instagram with the underscores, like stories and wicked tracksuits.
Is it only Instagram you're on, Neil? Is it only Instagram you use?
I can't figure out the other ones, mate. Like, I had TikTok. I had like 8 followers. I was like, fuck, man, this is difficult. So, like,
like my TikTok.
Yeah, I can't figure out the rest, mate. One's enough, mate. One's enough.
Good man.
And
Good man, Neil.
All right, lads. Thanks very much, mate.
Thanks very much, Neil.
Shout out to Crumlin. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
What a guy.
Right. There you go. You never know who's gonna come on the podcast. Right. Let's get back to League of Ireland and let's get through the comments. Have we even looked at the rest of the results, Connor?
Well, there wasn't that many. We went through all the Premier Division, didn't we? Just First Division.
Yeah, we did. Let's have a look at the First Division here, and then we're going to get to the comments. UCD 2, Treaty United 0, Kerry 1. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? What's that crest? I can't see.
UCD won 2-0 against Treaty. Kerry didn't defeat. They drew 1-1 with Longford. Cork beat Bray 1-0. Cove Cove drew with Finn Harps 1-1, and Athlone drew with Wexford 2-2. Obviously, we spoke about Cork, with them winning 1-0. With John went into detail about that. The other games, you kind of say expected win for UCD. I see a lot of Treaty United fans are very unhappy with the whole situation, just their club and the management. Kerry went 1-0 up against Longford. I would have expected Kerry to win tonight, to be honest. I thought Kerry would be kicking on this season, would have done a lot better. Cove, you'd expect to beat Finn Harps, although obviously they lost Barry Coffey, but Cove haven't had a great start of the season. And Athlone and Wexford, 2 teams that have started quite well. I know Wexford lost to Cork last week, but they were very good in the opening game. And yeah, Athlone has started, they were 2 out of 2, so what's it, 2 out of 3 so far, but they're on 7 points out of 9, which is a very good start for them comparing to what they were like last year.
Absolutely, and there you go. We're going to have a little look at the standings here. It's the Premier Division. Bose on top, undefeated. 10 points. Derry City second, right behind them with 7. Third, Drogheda. They're still there. How no, they were at home, weren't they? They didn't go away. They didn't destroy it. No, never mind. Shelburne fourth. They've played 1 game less. They're on 5 points. They did very well today, actually. Pats as well, 1 game less. They're on 4 points in 5th. 6th, Rovers, a bit of a dodgy start, really. They're in 6th with 4 points. Galway United 7th on 4 points. Dundalk, if they stay up, they're doing all right. 3 points in 8th position. 9th, Waterford. I mean, that kind of goes to show you right there, Connor, doesn't it? Like, if they had to beat Derry, there would have been some serious questions asked. Waterford, where they are in the league. Although, to be fair, if they had won, they would have gone right into the Champions League places, wouldn't they? Top 4.
Yeah.
That's a joke. And Sligo Rovers, my tip to go all the way down. No, Sligo boy, they're not cooking, they're cooked. And we'll have,
Up the table.
yeah, we're going to have a quick look at the Division 1 table here as well. Cork City on top. They've had 6 goals. Another 100 to go. On top of 9 points. Undefeated. Athlone Town, second on 7. UCD, third on 6. Wexford, fourth with 4 points. Finn Harps, fifth with 4 points. Bray Wanderers, sixth with 4 points. Cove Ramblers, seventh with 4 points. Longford Town in 8th with 2 points. Kerry with 1 point. They're 9th and popping up the table. Treaty, 3 games, 3 defeats. Right, let's have a look at some of the comments.
Treaty scored a goal yet?
Excellent question. Let's give you an answer.
No. God.
Thank God. Just be grateful. Just be grateful you don't have the 3rd division just yet. Or the 3rd tier. And before we get to the comments, just want to remind you that no, I'm just joking. I'm not actually. It is a gorgeous track. See, that was a great away trip. That's where I met Martin for the first time. He handed me my tickets. It's mad, isn't it?
Do you want a medal?
No, I wanted my ticket. And then you upgraded my ticket because there was loads of people missing. Anyway. No, sorry. I'm entertaining myself there. Before we get to the comments, we're going to fly right through them. Get them coming in. We are going to go right through them. Don't forget, if you want to support what we're doing, join Roar Plus. You can also head over to Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter account. $4.99, lads. If you want to just give us a bit of a hand, give us a dig out, go on. $4.99 per month. That's also on Spotify as well as YouTube. You can buy us a coffee as well, one-off subscription, if you will. By the way, those of you who have, thank you very, very much. And you can get your pack, your beer mats, and your sticker pack. And very, very shortly, we shall have a shop, Connor, shan't we?
Mm-hmm.
Shan't we?
Do not release any details, because I know you will.
No.
Don't move on, and do not mention that again on tonight's show. Thank you very much. Okay, so move on.
Wow, that was me told. But you can head over to our new website, lansdowneroar.ie. So it has finally been launched. So there you have it. It's been hatched to the good people out there. Right, let's get through the comments. Right, what have we not had a look at? Yeah, thank you guys, by the way, coming on today. Really appreciate it. Aaron, good man. He is a Raw Plus subscriber. And he knows it. Well, that's great to listen to you as always. My God, how do Rovers win the league all the time? Never impress me what they do with their money. I will say that Dundalk team of 2016, the best in my opinion. That's a bit of a controversial take there, Connor.
Good question for the comments.
Yeah, well, do you guys agree with Aaron? Aaron, by the way, thank you so much for your support. Excuse me. Sorry. Thank you so much for your support, by the way. Roar Plus subscriber. And he continues. They had McMillan, Benson, McElhaney was a baller, Horgan, Gannon, Rogers, and many more. Duffy was there too. Shields, all good players. It was great seeing them do well in the last Conference League, Shamrock Rovers. But to be fair, they had a lovely, easy run. Then this year they get a bit more of a challenge and did awful. They were very disappointing in Europe, weren't they? But I thought Bradley was very strange with some of his selections, Connor. Do you remember he rested a lot of players, didn't he?
Yeah, he was putting priorities in the league.
Which is weird. But anyway. Sligo is having a... How did Cotter do, Connor?
He was okay. He was just okay, to be honest.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Just okay. Rory said about...
He was.
John, you can tell Cork are doing well when the Cork fan won't leave the live stream. Walk in the league we are. Good man. He's alive. Hakiki went off injured. I think based off watching him, I imagine he might be carrying something, which is probably why he wouldn't be starting. An injury to Hakiki?
Yeah, well, that's when he had to go back off. He went back off injured. So yeah, I'm guessing that's probably the reason why he didn't start. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah. Kieran and Ian? 5367. Is any of these guys good enough for Celtic, Sligo? And the Brave Boys dealt with Maguire reasonably well tonight. Anyway, I won't be fooled by the goals he's scoring anyway. We've other lads who'd be better than him, I have to say. Now, and of course, James here again. Even gents on the way home from Dailyman, great game. Thank you, James. Hope you're well.
I believe he's not
Great.
wrong in yet.
Yeah, James. Well, we might have enough time for a phone call. Has anyone actually contacted?
He's probably in
Oh,
bed.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He actually wouldn't be home yet, but he'd be
Probably not even
probably
home.
Yeah, he's probably hung up on us. He's probably sick of listening to us.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Sligo Boy says, Kieran, no, but a few from Annie in Ireland are. And Kieran says, my family from Derry, O'Hara, but I'm here to recruit Celtic fans. There you go. Well, don't talk to Connor, the bootlicker over there.
A lot of Celtic fans.
That's what he said about you. They called you a bootlicker.
Who did?
Celtic fans. They
Of
did.
who?
They called you a bootlicker. You, because you gave credit to a lad who's Irish eligible who scored for Rangers against Celtic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was such a heinous crime that I done.
Yeah, because Celtic fans love you and Bill, don't they? Rory,
They don't really hit me. They can't stand Bill, but I just felt like having. I didn't even mean to have a pop with him that day. They just took it really badly.
Well, I think you subconsciously did. Maguire's passing game has been off this season. I expected better in this division. Excuse me. Sorry, Aaron. This day next month will be Happy Bunnies. Yeah, we will be. I think this day next month. I think I fly to Dublin. Do I fly to Dublin this day?
No,
Connor?
it's Friday. It'll be Friday. Well, technically Saturday night was 8 minutes in, but I'd imagine when Aaron sent that, it was still a Friday. But we'd be posting that meme, Kobe Bryant meme, where he's like, the job's not finished. That's all we would be posting because the job will not be finished.
Half time, son. Oh, he did. He put it in about an hour ago. Hopefully celebrating. Looking forward to the Danes. More than likely. Kieran Allen, we need a goalie, lads. One like Paddy Bonner, who's the best in Ireland. Hell, Celtic. Good man, Kieran. Okay.
I thought he meant. I'm sorry, but I didn't read the first half of that or the second half, and I thought he meant Ireland made a new keeper.
No.
I thought he just meant Ireland. I was like, why the fuck is he saying that?
No, Kieran, we don't. You don't need another goalkeeper. Let me tell you something. Kasper Schmeichel is doing a fine job. Up until April, at least, early April. He's doing a fine job, right? You don't want him going anywhere. Want him right between the sticks. James Agnew, Bones nearly let it slip at the end despite bossing the game. It was a mad few minutes, wasn't it?
Big time.
Malloy 160, are you playing the LOI fantasy? I'm not.
This year retired from it.
Yeah, fucking mouth almighty over there. We're doing a fantasy. No. Yeah, you got that off the air. You did. You mention it? Sligo Boy, Galway versus Sligo 10 is 3,456. Thought it would be a 5,000 sellout. And Kieran says, yeah, but it was raining, Sligo, so all the Galway girls stayed home. Okay, I'm gonna stop waiting for you now. Johnny Barrett, Colin Heaney collapsed at the end of the match. Jesus, did he? In Mouthhawk Park tonight, prior to Colin? What?
Just hope Colin's all right.
Can we hold on? Let me just verify that.
I searched it on Twitter, nothing came up other than, so we don't know. But I hope he's all right. But I hope he's all right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I hope he is okay. That lad has. I've never known a player with so much bad luck. Honest to God. PJ about McLean there. Aaron Gubbins, could Doc be heading back to Bose? His time in England is up. Probably next season. Wouldn't surprise me.
I think he'll probably go to Saudi Arabia rather than go to Bose.
Probably suit me a bit more. He's teetotal, isn't he? Is he teetotal?
Don't know. Well, I know he goes to Ibiza with Adam Eid on holidays. So probably not. But no, maybe he does. Like some people do go when they don't drink. But I'd imagine I could see him going to like Saudi or somewhere, or just staying with Wolves in the Championship next season. Even though they won tonight 2-0.
They're gone. Yeah, but they played 2 games more than anyone else, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Ireland will win them 2 games.
Yeah. So you're saying Derry looked like every Man United team post Ferguson, says Molly, so he's happy with that. Sean, well done, supporter of football. Hail, hail. That was Sean, our friend, with a fabulous moustache. Hopefully, he doesn't think I was being mean. It's a fabulous moustache. I cannot grow facial hair like Connor. PJ says, best league in the world, lads. Yeah, it is. Just hopefully no flares.
Facts.
Connor's that new hoodies we said earlier on. Is it a new hoodie, Connor, by the way? We never answered,
No,
did we?
it's the same black one I always wear. I think that's what he meant. Because he used to always say, you know, the Ireland one I have, the green Ireland Castoria one. He used to always put that one, he used to wear that. So I think he's trying to be sarcastic. But
Are you being facetious, Celtic? Is that what is going on here? Is that what's going on? You hurting poor Connor's feelings. Bose will be okay once Amble don't have any more shows. What does that mean?
Amble's a band. They're from the dock.
Never heard
Oh,
of
yeah.
them. Rory, the boy is a cracking player. Would he ever get into the national team? Sure, he's hardly worse than what we have, lads. I wasn't actually laughing at that comment, Rory. I was reading another comment earlier on. That was further up.
Just needs no disrespect, but he just needs to be playing at a higher level. And the problem was he didn't even have like Europe last season to show it against teams that are higher ranked than the League of Ireland. So hopefully this year we'll see him do really well in the European games. And if maybe Stephen Bradley didn't have a fit about the League of Ireland playing European or against international football in January, would have seen Dawson Devine play for Ireland. But that's a story for another day.
Apparently, Hamer. Well, I've been told by a few people that Hamer and O'Shea were at that game tonight. So there you go. Rory, sure, your man, he's better than your man off St. Mirren. Sure, PJ says, obviously talking about Killing Phillips there. And Roy says Phillips does get dogs abuse, but it's warranted given his performance this week. Oh Jesus! It's gonna keep moving. Apparently, I'm leaving shin pads at home. Don't know what that means. Celtic Symphony explain.
Because you said you're from the School of Hard Knocks, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, Maloya. Life, eh? Bloody life. Celtic Symphony says my phone smashed when Nancy was at Celtic. I've been watching on my son's laptop. That's a tragic.
At least you're still watching Celtic. We appreciate that.
We do appreciate that, by the way. Thank you very much.
Good to see you back on the comments.
Yes, and he says, "Love Australia. I had a 6-month romance in the late 90s with a woman from Perth." Because I hope your fucking wife knows about that. I hope that was pre. Like my goes, she left Perth and moved several miles to Alloa. Oh God. Yep. Can't talk bod. No shock with Bose winning today. The Bose team is miles better than Shamrock Rovers team. That's controversial, isn't it?
It looks it right now, but I don't know. It's hard to know.
PJ says, Connor, can we get your thoughts on the Rovers signing search history?
Whatever you're into.
Okay. Malay says, watching Dave smirk when he reads the comments is funny thing. I can't. There's a lot of these comments I can't read out on here, and I'm sure you can guess which ones I can't. Because someone quite mean spirited. I don't care if they're mean spirited against me. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, just against guests who probably aren't used to it. But yeah, it is. Some of them are absolutely fucking gas. To be fair, Jaime was at the Rovers game tonight, mate. Having a look at the Voy, maybe. Thank you, PJ. And I've heard that from a few people. Rory and the Mexican cartel are a bit frightening at the moment. I'll spread the message of Lance and Roar if you get abducted. Thank you, Rory. I won't be fucked. I think that's died down now, hasn't it? The whole cartel thing. It's all kind of like it's all.
I was watching people on TikTok who were there in Mexico City and Guadalajara, and I don't think it had really got that badly in there.
No, it was always going to immediate reaction because they took out their main cartel boss. Aaron Gubbins, same Connor, my greatest time was your 2016 as a 14-year-old member watching us against France on holiday in Spain. Irish going crazy and some French were absolutely shocked. I can still remember when we obviously look at this. Heyday boobies. Come on now, lads. Did smirk. Beating Wales and Cardiff was sweet too. McLean obviously beating Italy too on my birthday. Sorry. And obviously beating Italy to my birthday. Good man, Aaron. I have an idea for track. Okay, sorry, just going through some of the comments here. Jesus. PJ, Bose will fall off, I think, lads, says PJ. Well, you don't know. You don't know. Shamrock Rovers have a habit of starting quite late. Sligo Boy says, come on, the Sligo, we will cook. 32 games in hand. I think that's
Fact.
I think that's fact, yeah. Not impressed by your man Parsons tonight. Got his goal, but a very Irish player, TikTok merchant, if you ask me. Parsons?
Connor Parsons, the goal you were celebrating. Bose. Winger.
It was a beautiful goal, to be fair. It was a great finish, right through the legs. Beautiful. Plenty of time, lose more points. PJ, you didn't watch Bose tonight without saying it. And then they're having a little chat here. And yes, we are all fans here.
Friends.
Sligo Boy, I hit the lick button and hurt my tongue. Jesus Christ. Malloy said he's very impressed by Bose. And Malloy says Bose switching off near and makes results seem not as bad for Rovers. Yeah, I mean, that is worrying. Like, say what you want. If I was the manager, I'd be fuming at that. To switch off. You don't win a league by switching off. You know, that's the thing, isn't it, with Bose? If they need to get rid of that from the mentality. And Derry as well. What Derry's doing is not sustainable to keep coming back. Rory 47428. Connor, would you say Uma is Ireland's best winger already? Very much was impressed with his stint at Cork City. He can go far in the game.
I wouldn't say it already because he's not really played senior football since he left Cork, but he's only 17 still. But I'd say probably by the end of 2026 would probably be saying that, to be honest. He's different class. Like I spoke about him last night on the video at midweek around about how impressed I was with him in the Youth League midweek. If you've not seen that, but I'm sure Rory probably has. Dave, you've probably not seen it because myself and Martin are carrying the show and you don't watch back when me and Martin are chatting. But yeah, Jade Numa is arguably the best underage player I've seen for Ireland.
Yeah, he was excellent in the World Cup. Like
that wasn't even him at his best.
No, he was excellent. Last hit, a Sligo Boy. Last one from PJ. Rovers have been crap at Element in recent years. They'll be back. Or they'll be okay. I am sure. Mm-hmm. Right, lads, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much. Just about 600 of you watching us live, which is lovely. And thank you guys for that. The boys will be back on Monday with a live. Next week. We need to see what we're doing next week. Because I'm not available. I won't be on it next week. Yeah, sorry, Connor. So Connor might have to go solo, actually. But anyway, yeah, March is going to be a bit of a crazy one for me because obviously we're going to Prague, we're going to Dublin, and hopefully after all of that, we're going to the World Cup in Mexico. But the lads will be back live on Monday. We'll also have some extra shows. We'll have our State of Play for our Plus subscribers. We'll also have a roundup. We're going to do another League of Ireland roundup as well during the week. That'll be released next week when we obviously see that when the dust settles, because there's a clip doing the rounds on League of Ireland. I won't mention it, but you know what it is. If you know, you know. It's on Twitter. I'm sure it's on Twitter, and basically, I'm sure there's going to be a hell of a fallout from that. So we'll be talking about that, I'm sure, next week. But that's all we have time for, guys. Thank you very much, Connor. Thank you as always. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. And thank you guys for watching at home. And yes,
thank you.
Sligo Boy, David and Connor. It's been delightful. It has been delightful. Thank you so much.
Comments have been delightful.
They really have. And thank you guys for getting involved because you make the show. Well, actually, I make the show, but I'll let you take some of the credit. Connor, I suppose, gives a little bit to it. Anyway, we're out of here. I'm David Dunn. He is Connor McAvoy. This is Lansing Road, the voice of the fans. We're out of here. Good night. God bless and be safe wherever.